Hey everybody, I'm Lisa and I'm with Bisque Imports, and I'm super excited that we are here today with Ammie Williams of
Hi.
Ammie Y'all to talk a little bit about her, what she does with us, what she does in general in the world, um, and just kind of make sure that you guys get to know her because she does some really amazing things with Bisque Imports.
Thanks. I'm so excited
Welcome.
to be here. Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your background in the ceramics industry.
Yeah, so I worked at a paint your own pottery studio in Atlanta for almost a decade. I was kind of moving around the three studios and doing a lot of teaching and development and painting samples, training. I was kind of all over the place. Taught a lot of summer camps, cried a lot in closets.
As we all do.
Yes. And I learned a lot. I mean, I didn't know what paint your own pottery was until I went into that store, you know, on a whim. So I fell in love with the industry and wanted to figure out how to stay. So
okay. So that's where we came in a little bit. Is we got wind of Ammie when she did work at a very successful studio. They had 3 locations, and we of course worked with them on the supply side, and we knew that she was talented. We knew that she is a very talented artist. We'll talk about that. But also that the scope of knowledge was really attractive to us because, as you guys know, that working with influencers is important, and Ammie is an influencer for us. She is an amazing one because what we look for is not just painting talent, and painting talent is great, and we're happy to have it, but we love that she really is a well-rounded person in the industry. She does have that background knowledge of working in a store, and again, not even just as an employee, but as a planner, really being in charge, working on the summer camp programs, birthday party planning, dealing with customers. And so when it comes to what we do, which we'll talk a little bit about, there's just so many topics and places where Ammie can hit and be relevant and be on trend and on point. So we're super happy to have her as an influencer for Bisque
that was
Imports.
so nice. I'm also an internet person, so
Yes.
I think it helps that I spend all my time on the internet. And
well, tell us more about that. What is it that you've? So you left the stores.
Yes.
And where? And what happened?
I left the stores and started working for myself. I'd always had a dream to put out a subscription service, basically, which I have. It's called Good for Y'all, and it's you get a project a month. We can talk about that later.
Absolutely.
But yeah, and a big part of working for yourself is working from home. And I went from working with a team of at least 20 women to being completely by myself, and it was super lonely, and I had a really hard time with it. So I started talking to my phone, and in Instagram stories, and I got really comfortable kind of being in front of the camera, and it turns out people really like to watch that. So
I think that they can really connect.
Yes, I think people
your honesty, and you're just putting yourself out there, and
I think people really understand
the real deal.
A part of me in that way. So over the past couple of years, I've cultivated a relatively big Instagram following, which is nice. I feel like I have a lot of internet best friends. It's great, and I see a lot of success from selling finished wares on Instagram only. I don't promote anything on Facebook. I don't really use Pinterest for that. I just send them all to my website from Instagram. So I have a big love for that platform. I think it's fun. I say all the time, I think I'm the last person having fun on Instagram these days. I
hope that's not true, but we definitely do have a lot of fun. Yeah. I think, and so where does that tie into our customers? And so, as most of you know, if you're watching this, our customers are mostly people who own paint your own pottery stores or do-it-yourself stores, crafty stores, where people come to create stuff. And so, the connection for us was, how can we tap into your artistic skills, your knowledge, and provide something to our customers that's relevant. And so what we've done is we do create bisque shapes that can be painted by your customers. And so, so we've got some here in front of us. I did not count before this thing started. Do you know how many pieces are in the line?
Including the new line, we're probably around 50.
We're pretty close to that one coming in stock, and there are some really great pieces. So being able to provide that bisque line, not only is it just great shapes, but then our customers are able to get those out to their customers with sometimes technique sheets, great samples, and just great shapes. I know that on you're talking about your success on Instagram and your finished wear sales, a lot of times have to do with rainbows and fun rainbows. So what we've translated this way is that we have a lot of rainbow shapes that you design, and a lot more are coming.
Yes.
Which is exciting.
Yeah, so the ones that you see here are from the first batch of designs that I did in 2020. It's all a blur at this point. And I'm so proud of these, and I think that the second round blows these out of the water.
Yeah, they're all wonderful. But you can definitely see I think what I noticed from round 1 to round 2 is you stepping a little more into your specific groove.
I was less worried about like what is everybody gonna like versus what do I just like.
Right. Well, but that's good. That's what, and to me, that's what an influencer should be, is knowing what the market's going to respond to, knowing what's on trend and on point. So I like it that it's a balance of some things that are a little more simple, I guess, in design, classic in design, but then meet some of the stuff is really
weird,
hot and weird, and like it's a nice, well-rounded sort of thing that way too. So we're excited that we do that. We've even got some silk screens too.
Yes, we do,
and we need to do more of those.
We do need to do more of those. Yeah, we should talk about that.
We will. So silk screens, if you haven't used them, these are great because you can use those on any pieces. We have videos. Go back and look at our BITV episodes. I'm sure there's great ones out there that we're using silk screens, but of course the ones that Ammie does are very on point in Ammie's personality, and even some of our new sticker line as well.
The stickers are great.
Have translated too. So we're trying to give you guys a lot of resources where you can tap into the talent and the skills and the really trend watching type of stuff that Ammie brings. So happy to have her. All right, so we did your background in the industry translates to your success on Instagram. What does the future look like for you? Where are you trying to go?
That's a great question. I want to work with like bigger brands. I want to try to do. I feel really proud of all the work that I've done in the paint your own pottery world. So I want to try to play around with like other craft mediums and do something like that. Like maybe get some line of tools or something in Michael's, which would be nice.
I know, right? Hey, Michael's.
And we're no Michael.
Hey, Michael's, if you're watching, right? Ammie. Well, that's great. And so we will do anything that we can to help you in that success. And again, that will translate back to you guys, because remember, those of you that are in the Pro Perks program, we do have that lead generation feature on that website. And one of the main reasons we made the website DIYProstudios.com is part of the Pro Perks membership here at Bisque Imports. We list all of the studios that are in that program on a map. So you put in your zip code and you find that studio. So this is for end users, customers. And so what's lovely about that is any of our influencers, when they're out there on Instagram saying, "Oh, look at this piece I made," they've got a place. We were getting input that they had people commenting, "I want to make one of those. I want to find one of those," and they were like, "I don't know I don't know where they are. Where are you? Are you in Kentucky?
That's
a
huge thing, because people would message me and say, "I want to do that. That looks so fun." And I'd have to say, "Well, where do you live?" And then I'd have to say, "Well, I know the studios that are here." And though I know a lot of studios, I don't know all of the studios. Right. So the map is so helpful. It's
going to make it a lot easier. So now not only do our influencers have this, so they can literally say, "Go to this website, put in your zip code, find a place." So, again, for you guys, if you're customers of ours, you want to make sure that you are understanding the program, that you're on that map, and that when you get that lead, if customer contacts you, if you don't carry the rainbow and someone reaches out and says, like, "I really want to make one of Ammie's rainbows," you've got them right there. You just need to say to them, I can order you that. I'll get it for you and have it next week. So we're excited about that. And then again, if you as you grow and become even more famous, we love you. We'll be like, "I knew her when." But all of that stuff can hopefully direct back to you. So
absolutely,
that's exciting. Yeah, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Those I think those are very reasonable aspirations for you. You're very talented, and Michael's would be happy to have you. Again, Michael's.
I'm here.
What else would you like to tell them? Anything wonderful? Oh, what about videos, instructional videos?
I have a lot of those.
Yeah, we do.
So many of those.
So many of those are on BITV on our website. Ammie does very graciously does a lot of our technique videos.
I have a lot of fun with them. Yeah, I film myself recording. So really, a lot of these projects you see here, there is like a complete tutorial on how to paint it, and because I understand attention spans and lack thereof, they're usually under like 5 minutes or so. So it's like a quick bite. That you can like learn how to paint something, or if you just want to zone out, there's that too.
Just fun to watch. Well, and on that note, the other thing that Bisque Imports has started to do recently, and again, you graciously jumped right on board, is historically have always done a blog, which is a written, a written way to communicate with our customers. And it's not that we're not going to ever do this again, but we realize that a lot of people are absorbing content. It's easier for them to listen or watch because they're loading a kiln or multitasking as people do.
Yeah.
And so I think you've done already what, 3?
At least, yeah. Which
I just got one today.
Yeah, they like swing so wildly in between like how long they are and like what they're about. So I'm having a lot of fun with them. So
yeah, they're a lot of fun. So definitely check those out. Look at BITV episodes for those. And again, get in there and really pay attention. They're not all technique stuff. I mean, Amy's very knowledgeable about. I think one of them was all about summer camp.
Yes.
Planning summer camp. That was a big one.
It was a big one. Yeah.
It was a big one. So yeah, we were very gracious. Well, we are so happy to have you working with Bisque Imports. We hope the relationship lasts a very long time.
Forever.
Forever.
It's written in stone.
It's written in stone forever. Our customers
This
love you.
is legally binding.
You saw it here. She's never leaving.
You can't edit this out.
Yeah, no editing. But in all seriousness, we're so happy to have you, and I know that our customers are too. Your talents are just really something that helps the entire industry.
Thanks.
And so we're just gracious to have you, and we can't wait to keep bringing you wonderful things from Ammie at Ammie Y'all.
Yes.
Before we leave, tell them where they can find Ammie Y'all and your subscription.
You can find me primarily on Instagram at Ammie Y'all. It's AMMIE. It's a family name. I can't talk about it.
It's not her fault.
It's not my fault. And my website's ammeyall.com. You can get things like merch. Yes, I am wearing a shirt with my face on it. And
there's stickers.
Stickers, I've got like project packs if you are in the industry and need something for your studio, my subscription service, finished wares. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening there. So
all right, well, check it out. Yeah, and check it out. And usually at our events, especially Ceramic Jam, the big one, plan to see Ammie teaching. So so
I'm excited.
Jump in and enjoy the content, all of the ways you can absorb it. And we, like I said, we'll keep bringing it to you. And thanks for taking the time to get to know Ammie a little bit better.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right.